Welcome everyone. Today I have the Wolverine and Sabretooth 2-pack, and it's part of the 50th anniversary of Wolverine. And I gotta say, this 2-pack has been on my wish list for quite a while, as Wolverine and Sabretooth are among my most favorite characters in the X-Men universe. And as you know, the brutal rivalry between the two is the stuff of legend. In regard to the box art, it looks amazing. You can see the name Wolverine positioned in the bottom center of the box. Then there's claw marks on each side of the box, and there's a portion of each character on the edges, as the rest of their images wrap around the sides of the box. Here's the left side, which shows some amazing artwork of Sabretooth. Likewise, there's some amazing artwork of Wolverine on the right side. Here at the back, you can see a comic book image depicting a big battle between the two of them, and it's the same images as those on the sides of the box, just that the comic art on the sides is enlarged. Looks phenomenal. On the upper right side is a quick bio, and in the bottom right area is an image of the Wolverine number 10 comic from 1989, which shows Logan and Sabretooth in a fierce battle. Then here's the top of the box, which also has the Wolverine 50th anniversary logo here at the top, and you can see the silhouette of Wolverine in the middle. And here's the bottom. In the inner section of the box, you can see a collage of various comic book images depicting ferocious battles between Wolverine and Sabretooth. And as you know, the large image in the center is from the Wolverine number 10 comic from 1989, as you saw earlier. Alright, so first up is Logan, aka Wolverine. So let's first analyze the head sculpt. The head sculpt has that rugged look that he is well known for. The face sculpt looks very good, and it has a real stern expression. The jet black hair looks very cool. In addition, his iconic beard style, which is basically the mutton chop beard style, looks dope. In addition, the cowboy hat looks great, and the brown paint application on the hat is very well done. Overall, there's a lot of detail in this amazing head sculpt, and it's definitely one of the best Wolverine head sculpts. As for the shirt, it looks incredible. It's got a maroon-like color, and you can see the creases and texturing detail all throughout the shirt. It looks very good. The buttons on the shirt are silver, and take a look at the detail of the hair on his chest. Looks cool. The black paint application for the hairs looks great, and their overall design mimics the look of actual hair. Really well done. And if you look closely, you can see that the hairs on the chest are sculpted in a way so that they are slightly raised off the skin a little, and this really adds to the detail. In addition, the muscle design on the torso looks dope. And on his forearms and the back of his hands, you can see more of the amazing hair detail. And on the forearms, the hair has that slightly raised detail. However, on the back of the hands, the painted hairs are not raised off the skin like those on the chest and forearms, which is fine because it still looks great. The claws look very good, and they have a clean design. Also, they're pretty pliable. The jeans look very cool and are sculpted really well, especially with the wrinkles and stuff on the lower parts of them. The oval belt buckle looks amazing, and I definitely like the various details engraved into it. As for the cowboy boots, they're very simple in design, and they look good. Then here's the back of the figure. Overall, this is one dope looking figure, and the figure's design really captures that rugged, cool look that characterizes Logan, aka Wolverine. Here's a look at the accessories for Wolverine. So here's another head sculpt, and this one is quite different from the first one. First off, the hat is black, and the paint application on it looks great. The other difference is the expression, which resembles that of a smirk, almost like a bring it on kind of smirk. Looks cool. Thirdly, the hair is different, and here's both head sculpts side by side. So as you can see, the hair is spiky and wild looking in design on the secondary head sculpt, as the hair under the hat is flowing out over the ears and stuff. In addition, Both have the mutton chop beard style going on, but the sideburns and connected beard hair are spiky and basically raised up on the alternate head sculpt. However, the hair on the first head sculpt is smooth, laid down, and basically not spiky. So as you can see, the alternate head sculpt looks awesome in design, just like the first one. Then here are some alternate hands that are open. They look very good. Then here are some playing cards, which look very good as well. And at the back, it says Xavier, and there's an intricate logo beneath it with an X symbol. So here's Wolverine with the alternate head sculpt. Here he is with the secondary set of hands. Next, here's the figure with the playing cards. And here's another look at the figure. Here's a look at the articulation. He looks up that far. He looks down that far. His head can tilt. And he looks from side to side pretty well. Very good. The arms can raise up this far. Full arm rotation, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and a wrist swivel with a hinge. He bends forward that far at the diaphragm, and he bends back that much. He can also tilt at the diaphragm. Waist swivel. The legs kick out to the sides this far. They move forward really well, and they go back this far. Thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and the lower legs bend back this far. The foot goes up this far. It goes down that far. Ankle pivot. Here's the alternate head sculpt, and the articulation is basically the same as the first one. So he looks up that far. He looks down that far. The head tilts, and he looks from side to side very well. Next up is Sabretooth. And right off the bat, you can tell that a lot of effort went into the head sculpt, just like the Wolverine head design. The hair looks dope, and you can see that the hair color is basically a medium golden blonde. And there's also a slight brown wash throughout the hair. It looks really good. The eyebrows have a great paint and sculpt job, and Sabretooth's beard, which has a mutton chop design, looks great. The beard color tone is basically the same type of blonde, just like the hair on his scalp, and the beard also has that brown wash application. The facial sculpting looks dope as well, and you can see the ferocious expression on his face. The razor sharp teeth look good, and there's red shading all around the eye area. As for the eyes themselves, they're white in the center, and there's a red paint application around the edges of the eyeballs. Looks cool. Overall, this head sculpt looks A1 in every way, as it's just awesome. In regard to Sabretooth's iconic blonde fur on his upper torso, it looks great. This piece is the most distinctive part of his suit, and it basically resembles a large mane. You can see that it has a brown wash on each end at the front of it, which looks great. Overall, this is some amazing sculpt work, as the design mimics the way actual fur looks. Very good job on this piece, as it has a nice, robust design. The arms look excellent, and so do the claws. Likewise, the same goes for the legs, as they look excellent as well. And you'll notice a small paint imperfection on the upper left eye, but it's very minimal. Then here's the back of him. Overall, Sabretooth's distinctive suit which has stripes and a color scheme of brown, orange, and blonde, looks phenomenal, and the muscular body mold looks top-notch. So overall, I really don't think one could ask for a better Sabretooth, because Hasbro really got it right with this amazing figure. The figure's head sculpt and distinctive suit are very accurate, and the paintwork and sculpting are just out of this world. Overall, this figure really captures the feral and brutal essence of the iconic villain. Here are the accessories for Sabretooth. So here's a secondary head sculpt. And as you can see, this head sculpt is different from the first one in a few ways. And here's both of them side by side. So first, a portion of the hair at the front is curled on the alternate head sculpt, and the overall scalp hair is not as spiked as it is on the first one. Secondly, the expression on the secondary head sculpt is that of a sinister smile. And thirdly, the eyes are entirely white on the secondary head sculpt. Also, there's no red shading around the eyes like there is on the first one. Other than that, the head sculpts are basically the same in other areas, and both of them look phenomenal. Then here are the alternate hands for the figure, and these look very good. And we will now look at Sabretooth in a series of cool poses. So here's the first one. Then here's Sabretooth with the alternate head sculpt. Then here he is with the secondary pair of hands. And here's another view of him. Here's a look at his articulation. He only looks up that far, which is not too much, and that's due to the fur, so it's a little limited in that regard. He looks down that far. His head can tilt, and he can look from side to side easily. Butterfly joints. The arms raise up all the way. Full arm rotation, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. The wrist can swivel with a hinge. Here's an ab crunch, and he bends forward that far, which is quite far. He bends back that far. Swivel at the waist. The legs kick out to the sides that much. They move forward all the way, and they move back quite far. Thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and the lower legs bend back this far. The foot goes up that far. It bends down quite far. Ankle pivot. The articulation of the second head sculpt is basically the same as the first one. So he looks up just a little. He looks down quite far. The head tilts, and he looks from side to side very well. Now here's a look at both of the iconic rivals in battle. Here's a look at them side by side for height comparison. And here's another view of them both. So in conclusion, if you decide to get this 2-pack, which you definitely should, you will not be disappointed at all. Both figures have some serious sculpting, and they are very premium looking figures. Wolverine's iconic rugged look is captured really well in this figure, as the head sculpt and overall figure look excellent. Likewise, the accessories look excellent as well. In addition, the paintwork on Logan is top notch. As for the articulation, it's good overall. Likewise, Sabretooth looks phenomenal. The iconic villain, who is well known for being vicious and feral, is greatly represented in figure form. The figure sculpt design and accessories are A1, and the paint job on the suit is strong and really well done. In regard to the articulation, the head movement is a little limited due to the fur, but despite that, it's quite good overall. Overall, this 2-pack is of high quality, and so far, the Wolverine 50th anniversary figures are looking awesome. Thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and please leave a like and subscribe.